Hello all, thanks again for tuning in to Montauk is Strange. We want to share two unseen photos of a 1985 mass UFO sighting event over Long Island, New York, and the Newsday article to go along with it. These photos have never been seen by the public and were given to me by a former co-worker who was the sister of one of the individuals interviewed by the press. This individual is the only known eyewitness of this mass sighting that was able to take pictures at the time. No other images are known to exist of this sighting. These never-before-seen photos show something that seems very technological, with sharp edges and a rigid structure. The smeared lights indicate very rapid movements in a fraction of a second, while bright lights that look like stars seem to emanate from the interior of the object. If 75 witnesses called in, then we can safely assume that several more observed this UFO and did not report it. Although they were quick to settle on the old weather balloon, blimp, or planes in formation playing a prank excuse again, these two photos are undeniably strange and represent what over 75 people reported seeing on the night of November 22nd, 1985, in the skies over Long Island, New York. LI reports of UFO inflated. Nassau and Suffolk edition, Newsday, Long Island, New York, by Patrick Brassley, November 22, 1985.
Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, Nassau County Police said last night. The unidentified object moving across the evening skies was a blimp. But then again, the Federal Aviation Administration and the Port Authority Police said it was a prank by small planes flying in formation. More than 24 Nassau residents phoned Newsday last night to report a strange silent object with blinking lights crossing north by northeast over Valley Stream, West Hempstead, Garden City, New Hyde Park, Westbury, and Port Washington. Leslie Gross reported that she was coming back from a Cub Scout meeting with her children and husband in Manhasset about 8:30 p.m. when they saw an object like a kite moving slowly through the sky. There were white and red lights flashing on and off. It was a 7-dot configuration. Then it changed from a triangular shape to an oval shape. It was quite large. It was low enough so that it was a plane. You would have heard the motor. Jerry LaMotta of Port Washington said the object was very, very pretty, gorgeous. I wish I could follow it from here until it landed. After South Shore precincts received more than 50 telephone queries, a car was dispatched to the Hempstead area about 8:45 p.m. Officer Paul Shibelin and Robert Schiller of the 5th Precinct identified the object as a blimp. They said that they could see the oval shape and identify the running lights. Stanley Savinsky, a desk officer, said the calls weren't the panicky type calls, like War of the Worlds, nothing like that. It was more or less inquisitive. Please don't hang up on me. I'm not crazy type call. Despite the blimp theory, Port Authority Police and the FAA said the UFO was probably 4 or 5 small planes flying in formation. Tower personnel at Kennedy Airport said that they could move without a flight plan or control by the tower because they were not in controlled space near the airport. Tower personnel said it was a prank played by the pilots, which they had seen before.
According to this image on the FAA website, and from what I can understand from the basic guidelines, is there's no such thing as unregulated airspace, and if you're flying below 400 feet, which sounds relatively dangerous, but there's a lot of risk associated with playing a prank like this. What kind of serious pilots would all get together and do this, not even knowing if anybody's going to witness this?
Now let me share about something with Long Island. You cannot fly at night in formation anywhere near low to the ground. If you do, it is immediately, well, they will dispatch and make you land. So the fact that they're trying to say that it was a blimp and that it was a prank by small planes is impossible, because in our airspace, especially in New York and Long Island, is extremely strict about who can and cannot. And if the towers don't know and you're flying that low, that's an immediate loss of your license as a pilot.
This happened all over up and down the Hudson Valley in this era. You might as well say the entire Hudson Valley flap was a whole bunch of pilots, blimps, and weather balloons, which they pretty much did anyway. We've enhanced the photos with several different filters, adjusting the contrast, brightness, inverting the photo, and so forth. And no matter how you slice it, what's seen in these photos is clearly not a weather balloon or a series of planes flying in formation playing a prank. Okay, well, I don't think I need to tell you guys that, so let's proceed.